What happens when the line between men's and women's combat sports disappears? These are the intergender fights that shocked crowds, sparked debates, and produced moments no one expected. Some are uncomfortable, some are unbelievable, but every one of them is unforgettable. If you're ready to witness the craziest and most unpredictable matchups in combat sports history, make sure you hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and step into the chaos with us. We kick things off with the biggest intergender grappling match of 2024. Craig Jones versus Gabby Garcia, and it begins with that infamous pre-fight kiss that stunned the crowd. Garcia charged in with pure rage, trying to overwhelm him with size and pressure, but Jones stayed calm and technical. He slipped through her guard during the scramble, took her back with precision, and secured a rear naked choke that looked effortless, forcing the tap in seconds.
To put it to sleep, because I don't think she's winning the tap.
Big squeeze coming in.
She does!
The rear naked choke gets the job done.
Just like Craig Jones, Messi Perversu stepped into pure chaos, this time against two opponents in an intergender clash that quickly turned into a brawl from both sides. The pressure was constant, but Perversu refused to freeze, spinning through the attacks and firing back with wild, looping punches. Both women tried to swarm him, yet he kept marching forward. In the final exchange, his power told the story, heavy shots landing clean until the referee had no choice but to stop it.
Nici el nu mai știe unde lovește. Wow, ce croșeu Roxana Tsuciu este!
A brutal technical knockout against two fighters at once. This fight was one of the most bizarre stylistic and generational clashes you'll ever see. A 50-year-old man stepping into the cage against a much younger woman who clearly held the edge in size, speed, and technical sharpness. From the opening seconds, she pushed a furious pace, throwing spinning strikes and stabbing teep kicks straight into his midsection. He struggled to deal with the pressure, at one point turning his back and retreating just to avoid the incoming attacks. It looked like survival mode had already begun. As the bout moved forward, however, small adjustments started to appear. His side kicks and body kicks began landing with better timing, forcing her to reset and think before charging in. For the first time, she slowed. He found moments to breathe and even managed to disrupt her rhythm. But the momentum didn't fully swing. She kept walking him down, pressed him to the fence, and ended the round by putting him on the canvas. Then the chaos. A cornerman from the woman's side suddenly climbed onto the fighting area and attacked the 50-year-old while the fight was still active. The scene turned from competition to pure disorder before security stepped in and removed him. The fight resumed, but the atmosphere had completely changed. In the third round, the older fighter abandoned the striking battle and went straight to grappling. He timed his entry, dragged her to the ground, and locked a tight headlock. He kept adjusting his grip as the clock ticked down. The older gentleman secures the submission victory with 10 seconds left in the fight. The Chinese boxer in the blue shorts showed remarkable restraint at the start, circling carefully like an adult, trying not to hurt an over-aggressive child. His female opponent rushed forward with non-stop punches, forcing him to retreat and cover up as the referee watched closely. But patience turned into calculation. As the pace slowed, he began targeting the body with clean, measured shots. Each strike drained her energy. Within seconds, the momentum collapsed. Those brutal hooks to the midsection folded her, and the referee had to step in to stop it. A massive weight difference immediately put Stepakova in danger the moment she stood across from Chistiakov, and you could feel the concern in the crowd. From the opening round, she was forced backward, trapped against the cage, and struggling under the pressure of a much heavier opponent. There were moments where a finish looked inevitable. To her credit, the 29-year-old fought free and fired back with sharp punches and kicks, but nothing seemed to slow Chistiakov down. In round two, the pattern repeated: constant forward pressure, clinch control, and physical dominance. By the third, even without a knockout, the outcome was clear. Stepakova's heart kept her standing, but Chistiakov's size and control secured him the decision on the scorecards.
Боец синего угла.
Now we shift the spotlight to Poland, a scene where MMA matchmaking can get as unusual as it is controversial. Don't get it wrong, Polish fighters are tough, but some of these pairings feel designed for a very specific audience. When Piotr Lisowski stepped in against a much smaller female opponent, the tension was immediate. The size and strength gap was obvious, and with every exchange, the discomfort in the arena grew. From distance, Piotr controlled the fight with simple striking and forward pressure. Whenever she tried to close the gap, he changed levels and secured takedowns with ease. By the end of the first round, however, he found himself in real danger, caught underneath a tight inverted triangle that forced him to stay patient and defend. The second round followed a familiar pattern. The blonde fighter showed heart, constantly moving and trying to avoid being trapped, but once Piotr got close, the physical difference took over. Another takedown, a smooth transition to mount, and then a barrage of ground and pound that left the referee no choice but to step in.
Szarża bykiem, bym powiedział.
Prawdopodobnie może zakończyć całość tej rywalizacji, tak jest.
And the night didn't end there. Later, another man entered the cage against a smaller female fighter. This time the action was more competitive, but the constant, accumulating punches, even without full power, forced the referee to halt the bout.
I spadają ciosy, nie radzi sobie. I sędzia przerywa ten.
Unlike the respectful tone many fighters show, Somchai JD brought pure aggression the moment he faced Lucia Rieker. The Thai striker opened with heavy punches that forced Reacher backward, her balance shaken as if she were learning to walk again. But she never stopped hunting for the knockout, moving forward like a predator, looking for the finish. JD's shots were sledgehammer hard, and when he unleashed a relentless combination, the impact was immediate. Rieker collapsed to the canvas, the sequence ending in a brutal and decisive knockout. Fallon Fox's MMA career was surrounded by controversy, with many fans arguing she held an unfair physical advantage. That debate grew louder in her fight with Ereka Newsom. Just seconds after the opening exchange, Fox landed a devastating blow that dropped Newsom face first to the canvas.
Fox delivering the knees, and that's it! Fallon Fox! Holy cow!
The finish was sudden and violent, leaving the crowd stunned into silence. Even when Fox tried to address the arena afterward, her words struggled to break through the cold reaction, an atmosphere still frozen by the brutality of the knockout. Another transgender fighter, Brittany Vaughn, chose a different path, stepping in against male opponents like Jacob Ray instead of facing women. The exchange quickly turned chaotic. Ray's power showed immediately, forcing Vaughn into survival mode as heavy shots kept landing. The pace and physicality were overwhelming. Dazed and exhausted, she spun away under pressure before finally collapsing to the canvas, unable to continue.
Really swinging.
And Vaughn is...
So those were the moments when female fighters stepped in against male opponents and nothing went the way anyone expected. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment to tell us which fight shocked you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.